Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Stacy Quinn, the proud owner of Bossy Glamworks Boutique, and today I'm going to be talking about how I made over $300,000 my first year with my online boutique. So stay tuned and thanks for watching. That money clip us now, the new now looks like whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like whoa. Welcome back, guys. I started my boutique last year in August 1st, 2020 to be exact. And actually, in a year's time, I was able to make over $300,000. I'm not even kidding. Please pause for the receipts. I wanted to share my experience with you guys because I do get a lot of questions from people, how did you make money so fast? And my boutique, I've had my boutique for 2, 3 years and I don't hit those kind of numbers. People think that there's like some secret recipe or secret sauce to making over 300,000 or just making money, period, with your e-commerce business. Guys, I did not reinvent the wheel. Okay, I did not. I saw an opportunity and I took advantage. I seen that people needed masks. There was a shortage of masks last year during the pandemic. And I used my skills. I sew my own clothes. As you can see, I've got thread back here. I've got fabric back here, patterns and everything. This is also my sewing space slash office. So I do multiple things here in this space, and I love to be creative. That's just me. That's my nature. And I saw an opportunity and I took it. So I made myself and my family face masks. And I took a picture and I said, hey, for $25, I'm going to sell this mask to you. I mean, they're not going for that much now. And I certainly wouldn't pay $25 for one mask. But back then, supply and demand, I was able to build up my side hustle, pretty quickly. I was still working a 9 to 5. This was between January and August. So not January, I'm sorry, between like March and August of last year. And I relaunched my boutique to sell clothing August of last year. So between March and August, I was making masks, and the money that I was pulling in from sewing masks, I turned around and reinvested the same money. Like, I made a lot of money, y'all. I could have easily went out and bought a pair of red bottoms, bought me a new Louis Vuitton bag, some a Chanel purse or whatever. Like, I did not want any of those things, and I easily could have went and got that with that money that I made. I said, you know what? I hate my freaking job. I am trying to get out of here. So let me figure out a way to launch a side hustle or get something going. So I started sewing masks and I made my money. Like I said, I invested into, I decided to sell clothing. So I launched my boutique in August of last year. So you have to take advantage of the opportunity that is around you. We are in the middle of a pandemic. People are at home. Women are at home shopping. When I'm bored and I don't have anything to do, the first thing I do is let me scroll through my phone and see, if I could find a good sale or something online. Like, e-commerce is not going anywhere, y'all. I'm here to tell you, e-commerce is not going anywhere. And then they've got this Delta variant that's coming along, unfortunately, and I fear that we're going to get shut down again. So yes, people are going to be at home and people are going to be online and people are going to be shopping. So I took advantage of the surroundings around me and I started to sell online. It's also about your mindset. You have to fully believe that this is what you want to do and that you are going to do it. I do remember a few years back, I always wanted to have some type of business, and I told a friend of mine that I wanted to make $60,000. I think I said $60,000 in 6 months. instead of them saying, oh, okay, that's great, that's a great goal to have, how are you going to achieve that, let me hold you accountable, what are some of the things that you're going to do to help propel you in that direction. They didn't do that. They were very negative. They said, oh my God, that's impossible. There's no way you can make that. A lot of people don't even make that in a year. How do you think that you're going to make, $60,000 in 6 months? So I remembered that in my head, and I use that as fuel and motivation. Guys, you have to get away from negative people. They will literally drain you and suck the life out of you. I remember, if you told me 10 years ago, or shoot, even 5 years ago, maybe even last year, if you told me that I would have made it during my first year of opening up my clothing boutique, first of all, I didn't even think I was going to have anything online or anything like that. But if you would have told me that I would have made over $300,000 in revenue during my first year of being a boutique owner, y'all, I'm sorry. I am just so proud of myself. Anyway, I got off topic, but anyway, I would not have believed that I would be sitting in this chair right now telling you, that I made over 300,000. I just didn't think I was capable of that. I was working at my job. I wasn't even making barely 60,000 a year. I have a college degree, and 60,000 was my cap. I'm like, this is as good as it's gonna get for me. But that was my mindset then. My mindset now, and when I started my boutique, was I'm gonna make this thing work. I am going to invest all of my time and all of my money into this business. This has to work. And if this does not work, then let me learn from what I did wrong the first time, and let me correct those things, and let me hit the ground running again. Bossy Glamworks is not the first business that I started and succeeded at. I don't want any of you guys to think that, oh my gosh, she got lucky, No, y'all, like, I wanted to be a makeup artist, and then I went to esthetician school. I got my aesthetics license in skincare. I wanted to do like facials, and then I changed my mind. I was like, oh, I just want to do lashes, and then I skipped back to doing makeup. And then I sold Mary Kay, and I have tried so many different things, and those things just did not work for me. And what I learned, the number one thing that I learned from those businesses, which is probably the reason why I failed at them, is because I was not willing to invest in myself. I wanted everything for free. I wanted people to show me, hook me up, show me how, to make more money doing those things. And, I just wanted to, just jump in and make money. I was not willing to make the investment because I didn't have it. Like, I was just living from paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean? So it's like, I even if I wanted to, I just didn't have the extra money to invest in advanced courses. Like, I didn't know that after you graduate aesthetic school or cosmetology school or whatever, you still have to go to continuing education courses to advance and make your skill set better. So the reason why I have succeeded and I have grown so fast this time around with my online boutique is because I was willing to invest. I was willing to do whatever it took for me to get ahead of the curve. Like, let me just skip the line. I'm not trying to grow thousands and thousands of social media, Instagram followers, because that's what I thought initially. If you're a boutique owner and you have like over, 100,000 followers, it's guaranteed that you're making money. Let me tell you something. There are boutiques out there right now that have thousands and thousands and thousands of followers, way more than I do. And I'm right there with them with the numbers and the sales. Okay. That's a fact. Stop thinking that this business is free. When I Google how to start a boutique from scratch, usually it's when you're broke with little to no money, less than $500. I usually see those things that follow anytime I do a Google search. This business is not free. I repeat, this business is not free. When I started out, I had a 9 to 5. So if you have, a 9 to 5, please keep your job. Do not quit. Pay down your debt, sacrifice, don't eat out as much, cut off your unnecessary subscriptions like Netflix and Hulu and all this stuff that's, pinching off of your money, and over time that stuff starts to add up. Any extra income that I had, I put it aside and I put it into my business. And stop thinking that people are going to just give you the game for free. Like, it just doesn't work like that. You have to pay your dues just like everybody else. I do not have time to sit here and try to figure this thing out on my own. Guys, ask for help. Like, get out of your feelings and stop thinking that you can do everything yourself. I knew that I didn't know a lot about clothing. So I took the extra mask money and the extra income that I had from my 9 to 5, and I hired a boutique coach to help me. She helped me price, shout out to my coach. She helped me price my items correctly. I had to learn that this business is more of a numbers game than it is, just selling clothes online and taking cute pictures and having a lot of Instagram followers. Like, that ain't even it, y'all. So the most important thing that got me to where I am now is I invested in coaches. I invested in a boutique coach. I became a brand. You have to think about branding. Don't just think, oh, I'm just gonna sell some clothes, I'm gonna go steal some pictures off the website, I'm gonna go steal this famous person, y'all. And stop doing that too. Stop stealing pictures from other successful boutique owners and putting it on your website and expecting people to buy. Like, this is why you're not getting any sales. You're like, nobody's buying anything. Well, yeah, because they seen that same damn picture over there on her website. So you're not establishing any type of credibility. Your customers need to be able to trust you. Potential customers need to be able to trust you. So why would you, it's like you're trying to take the easy way out. Like, oh, I can't afford a photographer, I can't shell out money. I see some boutique owners that steal pictures from other boutique owners and they take the vendor photos, and your website is all over the place. You don't have a clear vision on who you are as a brand and who you're even marketing to. And some people are like, well, I don't have a lot of money to hire a photographer, I can't do that, nobody will take my pictures. Go on Amazon and get you one of these. Okay, this thing, I actually use this to film my TikTok videos. This is a selfie stand. I got this on Amazon for $33. I'm going to put the link in the product description below. Grab you one of these. It lets out. You put your cell phone on it. It goes up to, 3 or 4 different levels depending on what you're wanting to do and how tall you are. You don't need anybody. You can do this. You can do this yourself. So there is no excuse for you to be using, anybody else's photos, or, create your own identity, have your own brand. Because when you're taking from other people and you're using their pictures, your vision is all over the place. It's going to be hard for customers to trust you. So this business isn't free. You have to invest, and you also have to have a positive mindset that you can do this. You belong here. Okay. Get your confidence. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak. You have to figure stuff out. Like, this business is not easy. There are times where, I know we all have times where we go in the bathroom, we close the door, and have a good cry, because it could be something that, that you're trying to figure out and you just can't figure it out. Like, go cry, pull yourself together, come back, write down what it is, the problem that it is that you're having, and figure it out. If you are so used to working a 9 to 5 and you like that guaranteed money, you don't want to have to worry about where your next meal is going to come from. Entrepreneurship and this boutique life is not for you. You can have a 9 to 5 and totally run a boutique. That's great. As a matter of fact, I would not even recommend that you quit your job for the first year. If you can, like, try to hold on to it. Because I was so miserable at my job. Within the first 6 months, luckily, I was able to quit my job. I could have waited. I probably should have waited a little bit longer. But, for my sake and my mental health and my family, I decided to quit my job. I just could not take any more of what was going on at my workplace. But do what's best for you. I would certainly, if I could have, I would have stayed, because it's going to be so much stuff that pops up that you're going to need, unexpected costs, expenses. Please go back to my previous video and I discussed some of the things that occur with your boutique, like unexpected expenses and stuff. So this business is hard. It's never going to get easier, but your skill set is going to grow and you're going to figure out how to handle things. The things that used to stress me out with my boutique and would make me want to pull my eyelashes out one by one, I don't panic as much. Like, you just learn and you move on. So I have to figure things out. I cannot just sit here and wait on someone to bail me out or help me. Like, shit goes wrong all the time with my business behind the scenes, but I pull myself together and I figure it out. I get it done. So entrepreneurship is not for the weak. You cannot be weak in this business. You have to be a go-getter. You have to be aggressive. You have to always be thinking ahead of the curve. But it's so very rewarding. Like, this is so fun. I cannot believe that I am, working my dream job for now. My goal honestly is to transition out of the business to where I'm not so hands-on. But right now, this is my baby. And I still have a hard time letting go of the wheel. So that's a whole nother video. At some point, you are going to have to let go of the wheel a little bit. Another reason why I was able to grow so fast is that I kept taking the money that I was making and investing it in things that I needed for my business. I never looked at it like, the first month that I hit my first 5-figure month, I didn't say, oh my God, I am getting ready to go do this. I'm going on a vacation. Oh, no. When I was trying to get my other businesses off the ground, as soon as I made money, I would go spend it on myself. I would not put that money back into the business. Like, that was some broke shit I was doing. Like, for real, like, that's what I say. It has to be in your mind too. You have to know how to handle money and how to run business. So I had all this money coming in my account with Bossy Glamworks. This time around, I'm like, oh no, I'm getting ready to hire me somebody to show me how to do Facebook ads. And y'all, that man put so much money in my pockets. He taught me how to run Facebook ads, and now I do it on my own. He let go of my hand. Like, that was money well spent. It wasn't cheap by any means, but I'm so glad I spent that money, because I would probably still be here trying to figure out and working my job, working my 9 to 5, and I'd still be here trying to figure out how am I going to get out of here? Invest. Like, I'm going to continue to say that you're going to have to invest. If you think that you're going to get by with spending like $500 or less, pardon my French, get the fuck out of here. Like, for real. You also have to try different vendors out. I had I wouldn't say she was a friend, but I had someone reach out to me and say that, and tell me that they wanted to do something with their business, with the clothing or whatever. And they wanted me to tell them, some places where I could, tell them some places where they could go and get started. I did point them in the right direction. I told them, where they could go. They can go to this big marketplace. Of course, you have to have a resale license, and just knock yourself out. Like, type in what you're looking for and search those vendors. Like, I am not going to do the work for you. That's what I'm not going to do. We boutique owners have spent time and money Finding good vendors, finding things that fit. We know if a vendor has items that always run small. For example, I have this vendor that I buy dresses from. Actually, this beautiful dress right here can be found on bossyglamworks.com. Um, for example, this particular vendor, I know that I can't buy anything that has a zipper in the back because I don't know, for some reason, I guess it's a junior size, or maybe I'm just kind of fluffy back here in my back. Usually I can wear the sample sizes that they send, which is usually small to medium, and which is perfect for me because all I sell is like large up to 3X. I got smalls and mediums all day long. So if I can't even get in your medium and I'm trying to zip up the dress, it's like I gotta stop spending money with you because your dresses run too small. Unless it has an elastic waistband like this one, I still like that vendor that I shop with for particular dresses, but I know that I can't. If you don't have like a 22-inch waist, I mean, forget it. You're not gonna get in it. Like, I sell to the average size woman, which is usually size 8 all the way up to 3X. That's what I call average. Anything small, anything smaller than that, you just a little bitty thing. But I usually only buy dresses with elastic from them. So for that person to, come to me and say, hey, can you, give me your best vendors because I want to do exactly what you're doing? No, absolutely not. Because I have wasted money, had to send stuff back, had to do the, whole restocking fee. I know my vendors now. And this is why a lot of us boutique owners sell vendor lists. We have taken the time and the effort and spent the money trying to figure out what works. So invest in yourself. I keep saying that. That is how I was able to just jump my business to 6 figures in 6 months, just investing in myself and believing in my brand. I didn't have a clear identity from day one. I cannot say that. But with the help of a professional boutique coach, I was able to get my brand in order and find out who my target audience is. So there are things now that I sell on my website, and oh, that's Bossy Glam Works. She sells a particular type of clothing. Now, usually I sell a lot of long, flowy maxi dresses, things you could wear to day parties, classy. I'm not into the whole club clothes because that's not who my audience is. If I was to put on a bodycon dress and it was like neon green and I had a neon green purse with like some hot pink shoes, my customers are not going to buy that shit, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to know who you're talking to, who your target audience is. Establish a brand. And by stealing other boutique owners' photos of random outfits, you don't even know where you're going. So how do you figure that you're going to make that amount of money and you have not established a clear identity? That's really what it is, just branding and investing in yourself. And when you don't invest in yourself, you're holding yourself back. I didn't reinvent the wheel, y'all. All I did was invest. I invested into a boutique coach and I hired a person to help me understand Facebook ads. I still, I don't have thousands of Instagram followers. So I want you guys to get that out of your head that you have to have thousands of followers or, I'm just going to focus on getting my Instagram up so I can make some money. It's not like that, guys. Like, you have to tell a story with your brand. If you go to my Instagram page, I don't always post pictures of outfits and say, buy this, buy that, here's a sale, do this, do that. I, do inspirational quotes, and I try to get a clear picture out about who I am as a business owner and what my brand represents. I'm talking to, mature older women. If you don't have a whole lot of confidence, or if you're going through something, I like to send love and light and express positivity and positive affirmations on my Instagram. I want to give that energy in my TikTok videos. I want to be a fun person, but also, classy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not popping it and doing all this crazy stuff. Like that's not even me. I'm an older woman, so it's like that's not who my audience is. So I knew early on. I started my boutique in August. I got a really clear picture around September, October of who I was talking to. So that's another reason why I was able to scale pretty quickly. Another reason why I was able to make over 300,000 in my first year is because I networked. Like even before I started my clothing boutique, I would go to different networking events for Black entrepreneurs, and I would just get myself out there, my face out there. I would go to different conferences on, financial literacy and building wealth, and I started to build a network of people around me. And I had so much support from these people the first couple of months that I opened. And even now with my success, they're seeing that success. People are reaching out to me to help them, to help their daughters, to help their friends or family members start boutiques. Like if you're in my network and someone asks on like right now on Facebook, hey, does anyone know how to start a boutique? Can you, steer me in the right direction? Can y'all, anyone tell me who can help me get my boutique off the ground? I guarantee you it's going to be a good 30, 40 of them that's going to say, Stacy Quinn. Networking will get you everywhere, and there's not anyone right now, like even if I needed capital for my business or to get me in, through a slow month, there's not anyone that I can't call in my networking circle that wouldn't wire money to me today. And I'm not talking about wiring me, $200 or $300. I have that powerful network around me. So you definitely want to have a nice supportive network, and you also want to get yourself out there and just be seen. Like come from behind the shadows. It's all about just getting out there and letting people know what you're doing. Also wanted to mention that now I get a lot of invitations to pop-up shops to where I can actually go out and sell things. I'm strictly online, but from time to time, I don't have to go find pop-up shops. Like they find me. I have people that reach out to me and say, hey, I think you'd be really good. Why don't you come be a vendor? We'll sponsor you. Just come sell your clothing, because I have established a clear brand. My customers trust me. Well, now they do. It's kind of challenging in the beginning, but my customers, they trust me. They know they're going to get a good quality product. They know that if something doesn't fit, they can reach out and, they're able to return it within a reasonable time frame. It's all about keeping that customer. Your loyal customers are the people that are going to keep the lights on for you. And I will bend over backwards for my loyal customers. In the beginning and even now, I send traffic to my website on a daily basis because I'm trying to build up my email list. And it's not even necessarily about getting thousands of people on your email list and then you're going to like send them an email blast and say, hey, buy this from me, buy this from me. I use that for my customers and potential customers to establish trust. I want them to trust me, because everybody is not going to buy from you the first time that they visit your website. So that is the purpose of even running a traffic ad. Free game is not to actually get people to convert and purchase on your website, but just to get your brand out there. And if you have a clear identity and people like what they see, no, they may not make a purchase. They're not ready to because they don't know you. But if they sign up for your email, and once you send them an email, I usually have, and my boutique coach taught me this, have a series of emails going to them, not back to back every day, but you want to space them out, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. The welcome email, of course, with your discount, and then, another couple of weeks you want to send something to introduce yourself and say, hey, thank you for signing up for my email. If you have any questions about any items, let me know. Or who I am in general, just please reach out to me. You don't have to sell all the time. You don't have to be on sale mode. Like people don't want to be sold to. They will come to you when they're ready to make a purchase. So I have a daily goal of minimum at least $1,000 a day. And I don't even worry about hitting that number, because I usually do before I even wake up in the morning. Not all the time, but usually I do, or by noon, I'm pretty close to that number. Um, you want to establish that trust. And I know, I was able to build a pretty substantial email list, and not all of those people have purchased from me, but a good percentage of them, they shop with me, they trust me, they know me. And then there's going to be one email that and that's what I'm saying, you have to continue to email these people. Don't just do a sequence, email drip, and then say, oh well, they're never going to buy from me, let me just unsubscribe them or whatever. No, you have to continue to email your customers. And I would say email them at least twice a month. And that's like being very lenient, where you're not so spammy. I do more than that. I usually do it on a weekly basis, but customers want to hear from you. They want to know you're consistent. They want to know you're still out there. So my boutique coach taught me, to create a funnel. You want to establish that trust. Lastly, pay attention to your numbers. Pay attention to what is working for you. If you bought a spandex bandage dress, and then you bought a maxi dress, and you sold over 50 maxi dresses, and you only sold 2 bandage dresses, why are you still going out and buying bandage dresses? Like, your customer is going to tell you without even telling you what they want to purchase. So this is why I go back to saying, you have to have a clear idea of who you are as a brand. You cannot be all over the place. That's what's going to make you the money. So when I go and I shop for new inventory for my boutique, I know that my customer is going to buy what I'm buying. And I may not necessarily, buy it I may not necessarily wear that on a regular basis outside of my boutique. That's okay. Like, your goal is to make money, like, not look cute. Your ass look good in this dress or whatever, but you're not selling it. So you want to make sure that you're listening to your customers and you're giving them what they want. It is not about you. So hopefully this video has given you a little bit of insight on how to be more successful in this business. If you need help running Facebook ads, or if you need help building out your website, or you need help getting your social media platforms together, how to make it aesthetically pleasing, I can do that and then some. I offer consulting. I will leave the link to my website in the description box below, and it'll also be right here. Wishing you guys love and light. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. I am a very friendly person, and I want to see you succeed. Thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please share. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.